But anyway, I'd like to call this meeting to order of the Board of Appeals, January 14th, 2026. I'm John Catino as chair. Permit me to confirm that all members and persons anticipated in the agenda are present and can hear me. Members, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Since I can't see any little boxes, I don't know who actually is here, so I'm going to use every name there is. Mr. Riley?
Here.
Mr. Damasio? Mr. Burton?
Here.
Mr. Cohen?
Here.
Mr. Mosier? Mr. Heaton?
Here.
Mr. Hunt? And Mr. Masterson?
Here.
Okay, all right, went to others. Dina, I'm sure that you're there. Mr. Gelchich, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
And John, are you there?
I am also here.
And do we have anybody else?
Yes, we have Jeff Wood, who is the new zoning enforcement officer. He's on. I saw him earlier.
I'm here.
Excellent. Yes, I was there for his first day. He came to inspect the church.
Yes.
Yes, sirree. Yes, and he did a very good job. God was well pleased.
Thank you.
This open meeting of the Board of Appeals is being conducted remotely. Please note that this meeting is being recorded. Accordingly, please be aware that others may be able to see you, and take care not to screen share your computer. Anything that you broadcast may be captured by the recording. All supporting materials have been provided to members of this body, are available on the town's website via the web meeting calendar unless otherwise noted. Each vote taken in this meeting will be conducted by a roll call vote. Now I'd like to jump to the first item in the agenda. Is that 14 West Main Street, I believe. Is
The other one's on the agenda first, but it doesn't really matter which one you do.
yeah, okay.
Same time.
Oh, okay, then let's do the other. Thank you, because I don't have it open on my screen yet, but I will, and as very quickly. I am up on my computer. I just have to find it. Okay, so do we have anybody from from Zero Lumber Street here? Oh, no, I have to read the notices. Sorry, I got to read the notice. Okay, 1 second. It's opening. Oh, how did we get along without this before? The Town of Hopkinton Board of Appeals will hold a public hearing on Wednesday, January 14, 2026 at 7 p.m. to hear all persons interested in the application for a special permit petition for variance filed by REC Hopkinton LLC, 77 West Main Street, Suite 213, Hopkinton, Massachusetts. For a property located at 0 Lumber Street, Lot 4, Hopkinton, Mass. Assessors map R23, Block 73, Lot 4. The petitioner is requesting a special permit for use that would render impervious more than 2,500 square feet of a lot in the Water Resources Protection Overlay District, as well as a use variance to allow a veterinary clinic to be located in the neighborhood mixed-use NMU zoning district. The hearing will be remotely using the Zoom meeting service. For additional information, please call zba@hopkintonma.gov. Call the Department of Land Use and Planning and Permitting at 508-497-9745, or check the online meeting calendar and agenda for this meeting at hopkintonma.gov. This legal notice is also posted in Massachusetts Newspapers Public Association, MNPA website, at masspublicnotices.org. John Catino, Chair and Clerk, regarding 26006. Okay, who do we have from Lumber Street that wants to tell us all about what you want to do?
Mr. Chair, Sean Masterson. I cannot vote nor comment on this application because I do represent the applicant in other matters.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Sean. Oh, that sucks. You usually bring some good stuff. Okay, well, then it means you have to bring double for the next one. Okay.
So Kathy Sherry here. I'm representing REC Hopkinton and the owner, Paul Mastriani. I also have John Federico here from Guerriere and Halnon, who developed our site plan for this particular lot and parcel. So he's going to actually speak to our special permit request to provide you with an overview, and then I'll speak to the use variance request that we're putting forward.
Great.
So John, do you want to go ahead?
Sure.
Can I say
if I could be, Hi, Paul. So as far as everything goes, if I could be granted screen sharing privileges, I'll be able to pull up a copy of the plan to show everyone.
Your background doesn't seem like you're in Hopkinton.
Unfortunately, my room's a little bit of a mess here, so I guess you guys don't want to see
You're
that.
definitely remote. You're definitely remote.
You look like you're on the moon.
I'd like to travel a little bit, so if I can get out there, I'll get out there.
All right, perfect.
But so this is in front of us. If everybody can see this, this is the existing conditions plan for Lot 4. Currently, this site is a wooded site. There's only been some minor clearing that was done as a part of our initial soil testing for the project. We are currently in front of the planning board for site plan review, and we have already been in front of the Conservation Commission and have received an order of conditions for our proposed work. So the overall site is approximately 3.5 acres, and it is surrounded on 3 sides by a wetland, and it is bordered on the northwestern side by Lumber Street. For our proposal here, we are looking to construct a 2,400 square foot office building with a small utility room. As a part of that proposal, we will have 15 total parking spaces. Of those parking spaces, we will be having up to, I believe, 2 of them EV-ready spaces, and that will be reflected on a final plan revision for the planning board. But we are in front of you folks tonight as we are tripping the 2,500 square feet of impervious area for the project site. Our total disturbance is going to be about 8.5%, keeping in mind that a majority of the site is the wetlands out here. But it is a relatively straightforward proposal. And the uses out here, Kathy will go into a little bit more detail, but we are proposing essentially office retail use. And then there is a possible tenant that will be looking to do a vet clinic that Kathy can go into a little bit more detail on. But as far as the site goes, we are servicing it with a septic system, and that will be located in this back area where a majority of our parking is stored. And then within this front area here, and if anybody would like to see a underground plan, I can pull that up. We will be having our proposed stormwater infiltration system. That is designed to meet TSS and water quality requirements. And in most of the storms, we will be fully recharging all groundwater. Only in the 100-year storm will we be discharging a little bit of water that we cannot fully get in for that system. We are going to be going with underground water, gas, and electrical services. And we have been working with the fire department, and we'll be proposing a sprinkled building here to accommodate for our lack of full fire access that we will have. The project is going to be served by a primarily 24-foot drive aisle to get to the rear parking area. However, just to help accommodate for any fire and or emergency vehicles, we did widen up the front portion to about 26 feet just to give a little extra space that is there. We are within a neighborhood mixed use, and this area does have a master permit associated with it. So we are meeting all those requirements, including extending sidewalks to the property lines, providing ADA accessibility, as well as the EV charging stations. So that's just a very rough overview for things. If anybody has any particular comments, would like to see a different plan sheet or the architecturals, I'll be more than happy to pull any of those up for you.
Okay, first I just want to make sure that we know who's on this one. So we got Jim, Michael. Arnold, you're here?
Yes, I am.
Okay, Arnold. Me.
Mike
and,
Heaton, Mike Heaton and James.
Mike
There's
Heaton.
five. There's 5 of us.
Oh, okay. Okay, so, and James. So wait a minute, so I have James, Michael, Arnold, John, and Dan here too?
No, Mike Heaton is here.
Oh, Mike Eaton. Okay, so Mike, you're on this one because our other counselor, oh, actually, we got three on this board. Unbelievable. No wonder some of these meetings go long. Okay. Okay, so, all right, so that's why I want to make sure that we have the five. All right, good.
Through the chair. Quick
yes.
point. So reviewing or drafting up the suggested motions, I took a look at the application. I don't think they need a WR pod special permit. I can explain why if you'd like, but long story short, they're not in the WR pod. They're in the WR pod 1.
Oh. Okay, so basically everything that he just explained to us is
They still need the variance, and they still need all that work for the site plan. But here, if the applicant stops sharing their screen, I can pull it up and explain.
Right, that would help because, yeah, if you take the screen back because, people on TV are gonna want to know what we're discussing.
All right, so can you see the zoning map?
Not yet, it's still, oh, there it is. Okay, great.
Okay. So this is the WR pod zoning map. And if we zoom into this area, the parcel, I believe, is this one. I can't really see it. I believe it's this one.
Mm-hmm.
And that is in the hatched area, which is WR pod 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then if we actually, you know what? Get to the WR pod section. And let's see, we've got, except that no special permit shall be required for items 2 and 4 within the WR pod 1 area. 2 is any use that will render impervious more than 15% or 2,500 square feet of any lot.
And they're at 8.5. Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
but they're more than 2,500. Is it an either or?
Whichever is larger.
No.
Okay.
So if it's more than that, right? If it's more than 2,500 square feet or 15%, right? So if 15% of the lot wouldn't equate to 2,500 square feet, that parcel would also be included. But in this situation, they're in the WR pod 1. The WR pod is the whole thing, right? But the WR pod 1 is all the areas that aren't directly around the well areas. So the well areas are the ones you want to protect more. So the WR pod 1, I'm assuming, feed into the well areas, but the impervious surfaces in those areas will likely be mitigated by the time that water gets to the well areas. So that's why my understanding is that's why these uses are exempt from the WR pod 1. But that's what our bylaws say, is that if you're proposing more than 2,500 square feet of impervious within the WR pod 1, you don't need a special permit.
Excellent.
Special permit within the non-hatched gray area. These areas.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Arnold, absolutely.
So does this mean that it's as of right? Is that what you're saying?
No, so it's not. So that's mixing up the uses versus the impervious and stormwater things. They still need the variance for the use.
Right. So I
You don't
mean,
need
as
a
far as a
special
special permit, it's as of right.
I mean, yeah, I guess if you want to phrase it as they can build more than 2,500 square feet of impervious as of right, sure.
All right. Because that's what the special permit, I think, is all about, right? If they didn't have this veterinarian in there, it would have been.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow, so they could have done everything by right. Okay, that's right. So basically, the 21070C, we don't really have to deal with.
No.
Okay, great. Excellent. All right. So then, I appreciate the input. Now, Kathy, can you give us some information on the use variance for the 240B?
Sure. So as we've discussed, the parcel is located in the NMU district. It is subject to the master plan special permit that was granted back in 2015. So we're seeking approval tonight, assuming site plan approval from the planning board for the new building we're proposing to be used as a veterinary clinic. So a veterinary clinic is called out in the zoning bylaws as a very specific use and doesn't appear to fall under the general categories currently permitted in the MNU district and in the NMU district where a parcel is subject to the master plan special permit. So although the vet clinic is not specifically called out, the approved uses that are by right do include very similar uses. Those include medical offices, health service facilities, professional offices, and even R&D laboratories. So the proposed tenant for this building would provide medical care to animals of all types, but there would be no outside facilities to either house or exercise the animals. The clinic would be the only tenant occupying the entire site. So the site is well screened, surrounded by wetlands, and is just adjacent to the apartment complex on one side that is set back, and then open space and conservation land on the other side. There are also commercial businesses, some similar, located on the street, including a former and sometimes operating canine training facility located across the street from this parcel, as well as a pet grooming business located around the corner at 73 West Main, as well as another vet on West Main Street. If we were to look at the zoning map, the vet clinic is allowed by special permit by this board in the BR and the IB zones, which are directly adjacent to our property. And the addition of a vet clinic, I think, is very consistent with the overall purpose of the NMU district, which was intended to integrate multifamily, commercial, and provide uses that are specialized services to the community and the region. So with that in mind, we were hoping that the vet clinic would fit in with the permitted uses of the NMUD, and in particular land that is under the special permit.
Yeah, I remember being on Zach when we were talking about this, and I don't think we just ever thought of a veterinary clinic, and that's why I believe it was missing from the list. It wasn't something that was left out on purpose. It was that we didn't think about it, because actually I believe that there was another vet across from MASH that's now the
bakery or the pet grooming business.
The pet grooming, thank you. The pet grooming.
That's at 73.
Yes, at 73, I believe that was also. Yeah, to me, this is more of a moot point, because I think we just, when we were trying to put in all of these high-end uses for that property when it was first sold, it's like, okay, so what's the best best use for the town, when we were working out the zoning. Yeah, so for me, that this doesn't move the needle too much from calling it a health office or something to that effect. Does any board members have any questions for Kathy? Jim, Arnold?
Through the chair, John, this is James. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. I have no opposition to it. I think it's going to be an added addition or good addition to the town.
Yeah. Michael, anything? Arnold?
Yeah, I think, it allows health services facilities. I assume that in the definitions, maybe there's a definition of what a health service facility is, but it seems to me a veterinarian is health services for people's pets. Yeah. And I think it's, I think this is a real good example of that a use variance should be allowed.
Excellent. That's exactly what I was looking at it. Yeah, because, I remember being on Zach, and I think I may even been on the planning board when this was going on. And it was just one of those that you can't think of every use that you want to list, because, especially how the world's changing so quickly nowadays, we might think of something that's, it's not even available right now. But anyway, yes. So, if there's no more questions from the board, is there anybody from the public that'd like to enter and sign in and comment? Okay, hearing none. And again, I apologize to everyone. I don't have all the little postage stamps. open
I'd
here.
like to make a motion to close the public hearing.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Beautiful, multiple seconds. Thank you. Okay, any discussion on the motion to close? Hearing none. James?
Yes.
Michael?
Yes.
Arnold?
Yes.
Mike?
Mike.
Yeah, Mike.
It's Mike Eaton.
Mike
Yeah.
Eaton. Yes, and I vote in the affirmative also. Okay, we close the public hearing. Does anybody have the motion in front of them? I don't have mine open because my computer just came back online.
Hold on. I apologize. I had it right here. Hold on.
No problem. Hey, that's what that was my problem.
All right. All right. So veterinary use variance. So these are, how I propose it. The existing lot appears to meet all the zoning dimensional requirements. 2, the property is located within a neighborhood of mixed use NMU district. 3, the proposed development is subject to the provisions as set forth in the master plan special permit dated March 26, 2015. The proposed work is to develop the property as a veterinary office, which is not an allowed use within the NMU district. Findings. I move the Board of Appeals find as the following as it relates to the proposed development at 0 Lumber Street, Lot 4. The request for variance is to allow for veterinary clinic use, which is not allowed by right or special permit in the neighborhood mixed-use district. That allowing to the circumstances related to the soil condition, shape, or topography of the land structures, but not affecting the zoning district in which it is located. The literal enforcement of the provisions of the bylaw would involve substantial hardship, financial or otherwise. Specifically, list the circumstances. Well, and in those circumstances would be that they could not use it for a very related thing, which is the medical use, which I agree with Arnold, is the medical use is veterinary. Is that enough?
Yeah. Right, I believe that's enough.
All right, that the desirable relief may be granted without substantial detriment to the public good, and that the desired relief may be granted without nullifying or substantially degrading from the intent and purpose of the ordinance or bylaw. I move that the board approve the variance for 0 Lumber Street and allow for the veterinary clinic use at that location.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you, James. Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion on the motion that was just read?
No, I just think this is, they obviously, Mr. Mastriani's built a lot of very nice places. He's a great person in town who contributes a lot to this town. It is all the structures are always done professionally. Very clean. I think anything that he's going to do will continue with that same thing. So I do support this 100%. And since Masters doesn't have a veterinarian, I think it'd be great to have a veterinarian within town.
Yeah, and I agree with Arnold that this is very de minimis, in the separation of calling it a human clinic versus a veterinary clinic. And again, I just, and I know the spirit of the law that when we wrote it 10 years ago or more. And this, if we had thought about it, we would have included it. So. All right, so if there's no more discussion, I'll call for a vote. James?
Yes.
Michael Riley?
Yes.
Arnold?
Yes.
Mike Hunt?
Mike Heaton?
Mike Heaton, sorry.
Yes.
So I had both your names written next to each other. Okay. And I vote in the affirmative also. Okay, so that you have your variance. Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for coming. Thank you for coming, Kathy. Thank you for Mr. Mastriani. Thanks, you guys, and thanks for building out Hopkinton. We really appreciate it.
Good to see you, Ryan.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, have a great night. Okay, let's go to 14 West Main Street. Let me bring up the. Hold on. I got the. Hearing notice. The Town of Hopkinton Board of Appeals will hold a public hearing on Wednesday, January 14, 2026 at 7 p.m. to hear all persons interested in the application for a special permit and/or variance filed by Blanchard, Bott, and Sharuti Kini of 14 West Main Street, Hopkinton, Mass. to convert an existing family home to a two-family multifamily dwelling at 14 West Main Street, Hopkinton, Mass. This is map U18, block 38, lot 0. The hearing will be held remotely using the Zoom meeting service. For additional information, please call the ZBA HopkintonMA.gov. Call the Department of Land Use, Planning and Permitting at 508-497-9745 or check the online meeting calendar and agenda for this meeting at HopkintonMA.gov. This legal notice is also posted in Massachusetts Newspapers Public Association MNPA website as masspublicnotices.org. John Catino, Chair and Clerk, regarding 26007. Okay. All right. Who is here to speak to this?
Jack Nealon's here.
Good evening, everyone.
Hey, Jack, how are you?
Hey, Jack.
Excellent. How's everybody doing tonight?
Very good. Thanks for coming.
Good. Thank you for all of your time. So this office, Nealon and Click, we represent the owners of 14 West Main Street, Balchandra Bhatt and Saruthi Kini. And we are before the board this evening regarding a conversion of an existing single-family residence located there at 14 West Main Street into a two-family. Specific to Section 210, 125 of the Hopkinton zoning bylaws. This bylaw focuses on three main factors: the exterior of the structure not to be materially altered, compliance for the minimum floor area requirement, and then off-street parking requirements be met. So I'm going to take you kind of at a high level through each of those on how the applicant has been able to manage to meet these factors. And afterwards, I'd be happy to answer any questions. And I also have the applicant with me here tonight as well. He can speak
Wonderful.
to the intent to change.
Thank you so much.
So in terms of the material alterations of the property, this is an existing one-story garage and breezeway that is going to be kept intact. It's just going to get a facelift, and obviously internally it will no longer be a hollow garage. It'll actually be a one-bedroom unit. So the goal is not to involve any material changes of the exterior facade, the building envelope, or anything to do with the architectural character. Now, obviously, I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with the specific property, but it does need a bit of a facelift anyway. So this is kind of the applicant's segue into doing that. And I think, BB, you can agree to some extent that we've just been waiting for this project to happen. So he's going to reserve right to obviously swap out windows, doors, paint siding, whatever he can do to match the main existing home there now. but all will be intact with the residential character and comply with the bylaws intent. Onto the minimum floor area requirements. So the conversion must contain not less than 600 square feet of floor area per unit. And as designed, this unit will actually be 675 square feet, and the existing unit will be shrunk down or leveled off to 1,408 square feet, totaling the property square footage at 2,083 square feet, which will also be consistent with the building zoning requirements here. And luckily for the applicant, there is quite the curb cut down there on 14 West Main Street. So providing 2 additional parking spaces from what they already have will be no issue. The applicant provided a parking plan as a part of his petition. So we can look at that together, but there's actually space not only in front of the existing parking area that is there now, but also to the left-hand side of the property as well. And in some instances, adding more cars to a parking area can create issues. However, given this property layout and where the house is, the parking layout will, allow for safe vehicular access and allow cars to maneuver around. And it won't affect the expansion or the alteration of the building as it sits there today. So again, this house, our deed research tracks it back to at least the bones of the house being there since about 1850. So, along with any upgrade will come this additional unit. And, at this time, the applicant respectfully submits that, they have met all of the factors in consideration under the bylaw, and they are seeking approval of such conversion. So please, any questions from the board or the public for either myself or Mr. Bott, we'd be happy to answer any questions.
Yeah, so.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Through the chair, I do have one quick question. Could this not be an ADU?
He's not applying for an accessory dwelling. He's looking for a conversion of the property from a single to a multi, just like across the street at 11 West Main, which was approved last year.
Any other questions from anybody?
No, I think this is great. I love this type of project. It just, avails, useful space, makes it better. I don't know who's planning on living there, but I think it's great that you're being creative and you're using your space as such. So good luck with it.
Yeah, I look at it the same way. It's going to make the house look better. The streetscape is going to be better. And this is great. I did the same thing on Grove Street. Yeah, wonderful, right over the garage.
Do we want to hear from Fred? Jeff's opinion, our new guy?
Yeah. Hey, new guy.
Hey,
new guy.
How are you? No, I'm all in favor. Additional housing is always beneficial. I think I went by the property today and took a look, and I think it'll be a big improvement to the property, and coming into town, it'll spruce it up nice.
Okay.
Excellent. Thank you, Michael.
Welcome aboard, Jeff.
Thank you.
Yes. As you can tell, we're a tight run ship here, Jeff. Excellent.
Moving right along too.
Again, but this is, especially like you got to see the first one that we just did. When I was on Zach, it's just one of these things. You try and think of every single possible scenario, and we just never thought of veterinary clinic. Everyone's biotech. That's what we keep asking for on South Street, and it's
a good use for that area.
Yeah. All right, John, focus.
Okay. Just any members of the public want to enter and sign in? Wow. Okay, Jeff, you got to be at one of these when we have like 200 people. Oh, that's a lot of fun. Okay, so we have nobody. Okay, so if there's no
I
more
make a
questions-
motion to close a public hearing.
We have
Second.
a second.
Second.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, James. Okay, sorry, I just a couple hours ago, I hit my head and had a concussion. So I'm a little fuzzy right this minute.
Really can't tell the difference.
Yeah, oh, God, I'm distracted with snow caps, the bump I have in my head. Yes, sure. But anyway, okay, so we have a motion to close. Any discussion on the motion to close? Hearing none. Okay, so this time we've got James, Michael, Arnold, John, and Mr. Masterson, you back in?
Yes.
Okay, and Mr. Masterson, excellent. Okay. Okay, we got Sean. Okay, James,
Yes.
Michael,
Yes.
Arnold,
Yes.
Sean,
Yes.
and I vote in the affirmative also. Excellent. Okay, the public hearing is closed. Anybody want to come up with a motion? Anybody want to discuss anything about this? Since we had no questions, I don't think there's much of a discussion. Okay, Michael, may I ask you again since I don't have mine
Yep.
open?
Yep. The facts, the property currently contains a single-family dwelling unit. 2, the applicant is requesting approval for conversion to a two-family dwelling unit pursuant to section 210-125, conversions of residential property. 3, the property is located in Residence B zoning district, which requires a lot area of 45,000 square feet in a frontage of 150 feet. The subject property has 39,080 square feet of lot area and 223 feet of frontage, meaning the property is a pre-existing non-conforming with respect to the lot area, but contains an existing dwelling unit which is proposed to remain. Findings. I find that the Board of Appeals find the following as it relates to proposed development at 14 West Main Street. 1, the applicant has stated their intention to convert the existing single-family dwelling to a two-family dwelling and has further stated the proposed conversion does not involve any material change to the exterior facade, building envelope, or overall architectural character of the structure. All improvements will occur within the existing footprints in exterior walls. The appearance of the property viewed from West Main Street and abutting parcels will remain substantially unchanged apart from some possible windows, doors, paint, siding, etc. 2, Unit 1 proposed to contain 1,408 square feet of floor area, and Unit 2 is proposed to contain plus or minus 675 square feet of floor area, meeting the minimum floor area requirements of 600 square foot for each unit. 3, the plan submitted as part of the application, the parking plan updated, shows parking areas large enough to accommodate 2 spaces per unit. 4, all other applicable criteria standards set forth in 210 zoning have been satisfied. 5, grant of the special permit will be in harmony with the general purpose and the intent of 210 zoning. I move forward that the board approve a special permit for 14 West Main Street to allow for the conversion of the residential property from 1 unit to 2 dwelling units pursuant to the provisions of 210-125 zoning bylaws.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, any discussion on the motion or any friendly amendments? Hearing none. James,
Yes.
Michael,
Yes.
Arnold,
Yes.
Sean,
Yes.
and I vote in the affirmative also. Excellent. Ms. Nealon, thank you very much for your presentation. I really appreciate
good
it.
job.
And my congratulations to your clients. Thank you for making the town look better and better. One house at a time. We're doing it. We're doing it.
All right, everybody. Thank you for your
God
time.
bless.
Take care.
Have a great night.
See you, Jack.
Thank you.
We got to approve
Okay.
the minutes.
Yeah, I'm just opening up. I'm opening them up now. Okay. Okay, so we have, does anybody have any changes to the December 10th, 2025 minutes as drafted? Okay, would somebody like to make a motion to adopt the drafted minutes as written?
I make a motion to adapt the minutes of 12/10/25 as drafted.
Second.
And a second. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none. All right, same order. James,
Yes.
Michael,
Yes.
Arnold,
Yes.
Sean,
Yes.
and Mike.
Yes.
And I vote in the affirmative also. Okay. Future meeting dates. Do we have anything coming up, Adina?
There's one application that's in the office. I don't know if it made the next meeting. I just looked and didn't see a hearing notice yet, so I don't think that's going to be on until the first meeting in February, but I'll verify that tomorrow.
Excellent.
And there will be another one on that second meeting because there's someone else that wants to get one in soon. And I talked to him yesterday and he's should be bringing it in next week.
Oh, excellent.
But I'll let you know if the next meeting this month is going to be canceled.
Beautiful. All right, while the meeting's still open, again, Jeff, welcome. I want to say thank you very much for coming. John, again, thank you for all your input, and Adina, always. And please thank Kobe, because she without her, we wouldn't have this also. So thank you, everyone. Really, our professional team is fabulous here in town to make it so easy for us to get through these meetings. Really, it's without you guys, we wouldn't be as smooth.
Just to let you know, John, I can feel you puppeteering me in the back as I'm reading these. Exactly.
Okay. All right. So I'm looking for a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Well, multiple seconds. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, James. Okay. Any discussion on the motion to adjourn? Hearing none. I'm going to go the other way. Sean.
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Arnold.
Yes.
Michael.
Yes.
James.
Yes.
And I vote in the affirmative to adjourn also. Hey, thanks everybody. Happy New Year, everybody. Thank you for anybody in the public that might be watching this. Thank you for coming
I'm
to
sure
our.
there's thousands.
Yes, yeah, I know. Every once in a while we do. Hey, God bless everybody. Have a great night. Thank you so much.